And then she says, and if I can do it, and she goes, and I want you to videotape it. Or the order was, she goes, and if I can do this, and it's really hard for somebody like you who's old, and I'm a kid, and it'll be even harder, then mommy can keep fighting and get her lungs. I was like, oh, wow, that's a tearjerker right then. She's like, and I want you to videotape it. And I want you to take it and show it to mommy, because she didn't know Martha was in a coma and the whole 9 yards there. So I'm like, all right, well, get your sneakers on. We'll go out front. She's like, no, we need to go here. And she would pause the video. So we had to map out the training, like the filming locations from Rocky.
Yeah.
And to make a long story short, we did this video. It's the first video I ever really filmed, other than the dopey Bleacher Brothers stuff that we did the first go around. But that wasn't really. So we tried to do, and we scouted out all the locations, and this turned into like a 2-3 week filming on set, like we were asking about the Tulsa King. And then she says, I want my own YouTube channel. I want you to post it on there. I'm like, okay. So anyway, we did it. We filmed it. We put it up on YouTube. The surgeon, who was my wife's surgeon, took it in because they didn't want to transplant my wife. The surgeon did, but the rest of the transplant board did not. And they were fighting over it. They wanted us to just kind of end it. But the surgeon took the video in to the transplant meeting and showed the video. So we're not pulling the plug on this kid's mother. She's either going to make it or she's going to die with us trying, but either or. And I figured for her birthday, this is kind of cool. This is the video that we did with a kid right here, which got close to 100,000 views on YouTube. And I miss when she was 4. I really do.
That's such a great age.
And that's where we really bonded, because I didn't want nothing to do with this kid. And she was my wife's kid. You know what I mean? But then my wife, she wasn't around for a little while. I'm just kidding. I love this kid, but this is where we got close. We had to, obviously, we couldn't go to every location. Look at those hanging sit-ups, bro. And she was famous there for a little while on the University of Pennsylvania campus. And see, she could compete against men at the University of Pennsylvania because, there's no rules. With all the running, though, she wasn't much of a runner. I think as we were doing this was a location, right? That's the Kelly Street Bridge. So this is all directors and working on film. And I had no idea about widescreen and vertical at that time, or else we would have filmed the whole thing in vertical, but I didn't know there was a difference. This is where it gets really bad when you can tell it's a high, really professionally done. There was 2 cameras involved. And just watching. I think we used 2 cameras. And that ball is down there from the Rocky movies, down there behind her. But she would not do that Stallone sort of thing. She wanted to do that other dance right there. And she became the never give up kid. And you know what was at the top of the Rocky steps when she reached the top?
Who?
Puppies. There was a whole bunch of golden retriever puppies. You probably would have been attacked if it was you running up